be honest, trying to buy a home all on Long Island can feel like a rigged game. Everyone is fighting for tooth and nail for the same few wildly expensive trophy towns. But what if the real story, the one data is telling, is about massive opportunity in the places people are overlooking? Reports show that while the market is calming down, it's nowhere near crashing. Instead, we're seeing a huge shift. Buyers are getting smarter, they're driven by data, and they're hunting for long-term value. In this video, we're not talking about the garden cities or the Manhattans. We're pulling back the curtain on the tier 2 towns that have all the key ingredients for serious growth in 2026 and 2027. These are the communities where walkability, revitalized downtowns, and killer transit access are creating the perfect recipe for the next real estate play. And if you feel like you've been completely priced out, this video is going to be for you. My name is Nigel Wingate, and I'm a real estate agent right here on Long Island. My team and I are in the trenches in these communities every single day. We see the trends before they become headlines, and today I'm sharing that playbook with you. So first, let's talk about the problem, which is going to be the trophy town trap. Let's get right into it. Trying to buy in a prime top tier Nassau County town right now can be a brutal, soul crushing experience. In spring 2026, some reports show that the median single family house price in Nassau County is climbing towards $850,000. Okay, and prices have been up almost 5% year over year. This isn't a shock to anyone who's been looking. The market has been defined by historically tight inventory. Many economists say that a balanced market has 5 to 6 months of supply. In late 2025, Long Island was running on fumes with just 2 to 3 months of supply, making it an incredibly strong seller's market. This creates insane competition, a lot of bidding wars, and that sinking feeling that you're always one step behind. The problem with focusing only on these trophy towns is that you're fighting the biggest crowd for the fewest homes at the highest prices. It's a tough game to win, but the smart money isn't playing that game anymore. It's looking for where the value is going to be coming in the future. So what is the solution? Okay, this is going to bring us to the solution, the big idea, which is going to be value. As buyers get priced out of those ultra expensive towns, that demand doesn't just disappear, it moves. It flows outward to the next ring of towns. Communities that offer a similar lifestyle, but at a price that doesn't make your eyes fall out your head. We call these tier 2 towns. Now, these aren't fixer-uppers or places in the middle of nowhere. These are solid communities that are actively investing in themselves. The key ingredients we're looking for are a downtown that is coming back to life, great LIRR transit, improving walkability, and a price point that leaves room for your investment to grow. So the boom we're talking about isn't a sudden spike, it's a steady upward re-rating of these overlooked towns as more buyers catch on. While price growth for Long Island vary, with many analysts suggesting a modest 1 to 3% rise, the towns on our list are positioned to outperform that average. So now let's talk about the list. Suffolk's South Shore areas. The first place is going to be the poster child for this entire trend, which is Patchogue. Not long ago, Patchogue was a much sleepier South Shore town. Today, it has a completely transformed, vibrant main street. The Patchogue Theater is a huge draw, surrounded by restaurants, bars that create an energy you just don't find anywhere else on Long Island. And this isn't just hype. This is a place that has really been growing and has some of the highest home appreciation rates in the country over the last decade, with an average annual rate of 8.5%. Okay, which shows a median house sale in the area anywhere from $560 to $575. So the demand is undeniable. With the hot rental market fueled by the downtown, Patchogue is the blueprint for how a tier 2 town really comes into the mix. So next, right next door, you've got Bayshore. So Bayshore has that perfect 1-2 kind of punch. It's a commuter town with a great lifestyle, a revived main street with great restaurants, seafood, bars. It gives you a direct LIRR access to the city, and is a main ferry hub for Fire Island. It's a very competitive market. There's a lot of demand. A lot of houses are going under contract in about 24 days. The median sales price is in the low 600s. Okay, it has a buzzing downtown. It's a great area to consider if you're looking for a good place to live in Long Island right now. Okay, so now let's talk about the towns for everyone who feels like they've been completely priced out of this market. So let's talk about Lindenhurst and let's talk about West Babylon, one of my favorites right now. I tell people about this all the time. These are the communities where you can still find that classic updated suburban home for a price that feels more grounded in reality, while finding an updated home under $500,000 is getting tougher by the day. It's still possible here, even if the market is competitive. Recent data for Lindenhurst showed a median sale price climbing towards the 600s, up over 8% year over year, which proves that demand is starting to heat up. People are starting to slowly catch on to these areas. Suburban lifestyle, schools with good reputations, and their own developing downtowns. They're catching a wave of first-time homebuyers and families moving from more expensive areas, building a strong foundation for future growth. The appreciation rates in Lindenhurst have been strong, often above regional averages for the past 10 years, proving its long-term potential. So, are you thinking about making a move to Long Island? Whether it's to one of these towns or somewhere else, trying to navigate this market is no joke, and having an expert in your corner can make all the difference. My contact information is down below in the description. I also put together a free course for Long Island home buyers down below that you can check out. So let's shift over to Nassau County for a different kind of tier 2 play. This one isn't about being the cheapest, it's about being strategic, rock solid value. Let's talk about Mineola. So Mineola is first and foremost a transit hub. It's home to one of the LIRR's highest ridership stations, with a direct shot to both Grand Central and Penn Station, making its commuter appeal just about bulletproof. This has turned it into a magnet for developers, leading to new apartment buildings and booming rental market. That rental demand creates a stable floor for property values, making it a smart spot for both investors and homeowners. So you aren't getting a bargain in Mineola with a median listing price that can push into low 800,000s, but you are buying into a town with rock solid fundamentals and infrastructure that scream long-term appreciation. It's a value play based on pure location and access, which is a pillar of Nassau County. So finally, let's look at two towns that represent quality value. They aren't exact hidden gems, but they offer more for your money than their elite neighbors. And let's start with Smithtown. So Smithtown has always had a reputation for its highly regarded schools and a more traditional, spacious suburban feel. For buyers priced out of top-tier North Shore towns in Nassau, Smithtown offers a very similar lifestyle with strong community roots. Now, the lock-in effect from low mortgage rates has kept inventory tight there, just like everywhere else, which has propped up property values. While it's an established town, it continues to attract families looking for that perfect mix of great schools, a safe community, and long-term stability. So that brings us to Huntington. Now, it's tough to call Huntington a tier 2 town since it's one of the island's premier destinations, but I'm including it here because it serves as the aspirational benchmark. It's what these other towns want to be when they grow up. It has one of Long Island's best downtowns, brimming with culture, food, great nightlife, and it offers a huge range of housing from condos to waterfront mansions. While it's more expensive than other towns on this list, Huntington is the perfect example of what happens when all the right elements, downtown, investment, community pride, and lifestyle come together. It's the full potential that towns like Patchogue and Bayshore are really chasing. So what is the bottom line for 2026 and 2027? The smartest move on Long Island might not be fighting for the most expensive house in the most famous town. The real opportunity is finding the communities that are on the way up. The market is normalizing, it's not collapsing. And that means your strategy matters more than ever before. So the future of Long Island real estate growth will be driven by this value migration into tier 2 towns like Patchogue, Bayshore, Lindenhurst, and Mineola. These are the places investing in their downtowns, upgrading their infrastructure, and offering the lifestyle that modern buyers are craving, but at a price that still makes sense. They are the blueprint for the next real estate boom. Not a frantic flash in the pan spike, but a steady, well-earned rise in value. So are you thinking about buying or selling on Long Island in the next year? My team and I live and breathe this stuff every single day, analyzing these trends to help our clients make the smartest move possible. All of my contact information is down below in the description. You can feel free to call, text me anytime. And if you found this helpful, do me a favor and subscribe for more real world Long Island real estate insights. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next